All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the final preseason game of the Philadelphia Eagles preseason. This is it. We have one more preseason game. It is the return of Shane Steichen to Philadelphia as the Indianapolis Colts take on the Eagles here in Lincoln Financial Field. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Welcome to Bird's Nest Media's coverage of the 2023 Eagles season. I'm Joe Donahue. Thanks so much for tuning in. You could spend your evening anywhere with us, but you chose to spend it here, and I am very grateful for that. The Eagles are being broadcast live for most of the country on Amazon Prime, as is the case for many, most places. You can also get some local areas, whatever, to stream. Locally here in Philadelphia, it's on Fox 29, so that's something to just be mindful of if you're in the Philadelphia area. It is not on NBC 10 this year or this week like it was the last couple. It is on Fox 29. So we're here. We're hanging out. Thank you so much for stopping by. The Eagles had a pretty interesting week this week when it comes to the training camp. The Eagles closed out training camp on Tuesday when they faced off against the Indianapolis Colts in a joint practice. So that was going on there. One of the big things that came out of that was there was actually a fight. There was actually a fight that was going on during that practice. So, and that caused practice to end a little bit early. That was due to a hit that was levied. The way that it was presented by the beat reporters was that there was a hit that was made on Kenny Gainwell by one of the Colts players that Kelsey thought was a little bit too hard. And so because of that, Kelsey went ahead and basically just took matters into his own hands and took down the Colts player, and that led to a benches clearing brawl that ended the camp a little bit early, ended the practice a little bit early. So that certainly, I mean, depending on how you want to say it, it's something. But yeah, that's how camp ended. So we're here. We are here. We are hanging out. Again, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Now we're just kind of hanging out here waiting for the game to begin. How are we doing tonight? How are we doing tonight, folks? I'm doing pretty good here. Been a busy day here over the last couple of days with Bird's Nest Media. We pushed out a video earlier today, uh, for the Bird's Nest podcast, we talked about the various controversies and the various controversies and roster speculations that are going on. Should Tanner McKee, who we saw do really well over the course of these last couple of preseason games, should he be the second string quarterback? Spoiler alert, no. Should the Eagles go after Jonathan Taylor? Spoiler alert, no. And then just a few other things were going on here. And we've got a really good video coming out for you tomorrow. I will share that, maybe share some details about that maybe a little bit later in the program. So here we are. We're just kind of hanging out. Um, there is another Eagle. There is another game going on tonight. It is Pittsburgh versus Atlanta. If you're looking at that, if you got your eyes on that game for some reason, Pittsburgh is right now demolishing Atlanta 14-0, with 8 minutes left in the first quarter. So that's a game that is also happening. It looks like the Steelers just kicked off um, over to Atlanta there after scoring a touchdown. So the Steelers just went up, and this is going probably based off of what I'm looking at here, going about as well as I would expect from what's going on there. But yeah, there are a couple games going on tonight. Again, there's Pittsburgh and Atlanta. If you're watching that game, we've got Indianapolis and Philadelphia coming up here in just a few minutes. That is, of course, the highlight of the night for Eagles fans. So we are about 5 minutes away from that kickoff happening. This game is being broadcast nationwide on Amazon Prime. The game will also be broadcast if you're watching locally. It's going to be broadcast on Fox 29 Philadelphia. For me, on Verizon Fios, that's actually channel 13. But that's where you can find the game if you're local and you don't want to set up Amazon Prime on whatever device you are streaming your Eagles on whatever TV you've got going on. So, aka my Fox Philly, that will be the Eagles broadcast that's going through. I believe the Eagles broadcast will be the one that's carried on Amazon Prime as well. So that'll be Scott Graham and Ross Tucker with Eagles Insider and friend of the show, Dave Spadaro. So it's always good to see those guys and watch them as they cover the Eagles preseason games. Preseason's a good time. It's certainly laid back. Um, it's the last opportunity for players to hang out and the full, especially this year, the full 90-man roster. It's the last opportunity for them to be able to just get that going. It was kind of drizzling a little bit earlier today, so I'm kind of, to a certain extent, kind of glad that I'm not down there. But by the same token, it's nothing beats watching the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. So if you're there, feel free to just drop a note in the comments here. We're just hanging out and watching. Fox 29 is wrapping up its little preview. Did you guys get the chance to see earlier today the news that dropped regarding the NFL's brand campaign that they're dropping? We'll probably see that on. It looks like we're going to see that on TV tonight. There is the brand campaign is called "You Can't Make This Stuff Up." It will feature Jason Kelce, Travis Kelce, Kirk Cousins, Jamar Chase, Jalen Ramsey, Patrick Mahomes, DK Metcalf, Dexter Lawrence, and it will also kind of feature Keegan Michael Key. Looks like what it's gonna be is it's gonna be sort of a mockery of this idea, satire of this idea that the NFL is somehow scripted, based off of the release that came out earlier today. The NFL's chief marketing officer, Tim Ellis, said that the goal was to make the campaign tongue-in-cheek, humorous, and clever in the way that we tapped into popular memes and cultural conversations about the league and its incredible real-life storylines that are better than anything you could make up. So we'll see what happens. The news did, or the release did say that it will air during the game tonight. Yeah, You Can't Make This Stuff Up will air in the Thursday Night Football game on Amazon Prime Video, with the Eagles taking on the Colts at 8 p.m. The campaign will run on TV, digital, and social, so if you don't see it tonight, you will see it pretty soon. There is a live stream coming in. They are syncing up the stream to Amazon Prime, so we're starting to get those ads here. Thursday Night Football is coming back in a couple weeks. Getting ready for the game to start. Thursday night kickoff. Okay, actually, it might not be. Let's see here. Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson. He's a rookie this year. It's also the return of Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew is coming back. He was, as Eagles fans know, he was the quarterback last year, the second stringer that subbed in for Jalen Hurts. Minshew's presence really solidified how essential Hurts is to the Eagles team. And it looks like it's actually not going to be Scott Graham and Ross Tucker. Mea culpa on that front there. They're talking right now on the stream about how the Colts have given Jonathan Taylor until Tuesday to find a trade partner. As I shared before, the Eagles their Eagles have been linked to discussions simply because the Colts have been in town. I am on record. If you check out my most recent video, which we pushed out earlier this morning, I am on record as saying that the Eagles should not go after Jonathan Taylor, and the Eagles are probably not going to go after Jonathan Taylor. We've got really great backs already in DeAndre Swift, in Kenny Gainwell, Boston Scott. Rashad Penny certainly has been a little bit of a disappointment per se, but we're not really. I don't think that what Jonathan Taylor is going to command, both in terms of trade capital as well as in terms of what he's going to command contract wise, because he is in the last year of his rookie contract and he's going to want to get paid. I am kind of not thrilled with this idea that the Eagles would be giving up a ton of capital to keep him. Would be problematic, and he's not going to want to go somewhere that's not going to want to make a long-term investment in him. So, yeah, if this had happened earlier in the year, if this had happened before we knew DeAndre Swift was available, maybe we're having a different conversation. We've got DeAndre Swift, and he's a really, really solid back, and he is a really, really good guy to have on the roster. So that's kind of where my line of thought is at this point. I don't think that Jonathan Taylor is somebody that the Eagles should go out of their way to get. Now, Howie's always in his, yeah, I'm not mute today, Dan. Good to see you. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't think that Jonathan, I was just talking, I don't think that Jonathan Taylor is going to be somebody that the Eagles should go after. Now, Howie Roseman, being the guy that he is, he very easily could be somebody who might figure out a way to make this work for the Eagles, but just simply with the idea that Taylor is going to be somebody who's going to command a large contract. He wants to be one of the top guys, one of the top paid running backs after his rookie contract is up. The Eagles are not known for investing there. So, in terms of cap money, capital to put that in there, the Eagles are known for going out and grabbing guys like DeAndre Swift and Rashad Penny. Last year with some folks, Jay Ajayi way back in the Super Bowl year, Miles Sanders last year. Yeah, I'm not on that front there. Yep, it is just about time for kickoff. This is a national broadcast. Thursday night football. Indianapolis Colts at Philadelphia Eagles here at Lincoln Financial Field. Getting things ready here. Got Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit on the call. So here we go, folks. How's your day been, Dan? Yeah, that Cardinals trade was a little rough. I mean, on the bright side, they got something for him. They got something for Isaiah Simmons, but yeah, that's it's right now. It's the worst roster move. We'll see what happens. Certainly, I mean, cut day is August 29th. So that's a couple of days away. We'll see which stupid decisions people make. And we'll find out who doesn't clear waivers. So that's good. That's good. So this is the return of Shane Steichen to Philadelphia. Shane Steichen, the offensive coordinator last year for the Eagles, is now the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. It's also the return of as I was looking at the roster here, also the return of Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew was the second string quarterback last year, so he'll be there. Not sure how much of him we'll see. Anthony Richardson, the seventh Colts quarterback in 7 years since Andrew Luck retired, unexpectedly, so to speak, or so to say. College football is this Saturday. That's week 0, right? They call that week 0. Yeah, I can't say that I'm a super big college football guy. I loosely follow the Navy because I would go down to one of their games every year when I grew up. But college football, I mean, with the Nebraska folks, the fans of Nebraska, I got folks that I know that live out in that direction, and then I also have then there are also some folks that like even up here, Penn State football is huge. So I went to a school that did not have any of that. So yep, week 0, that's what they call it. Alrighty. Looks like the Eagles are going to get the ball to start the game here. Nebraska will play on Thursday. All right. So I know where all my Nebraska friends are going to be. Lucas Havrasek kicks it off, and that is back, and it's poorly handled by number 82 there, but he's running out, getting out to the 20, 25-30, 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, 35-30, and he's finally brought down just shy of the Colts' 25-yard line. That's Devin Allen. That's Devin Allen. That was not a great handle on the actual kick, but look at him go. Look at him go. First play out of the gate, and the Eagles are already in Colts territory. I mean, good recovery there. I'm glad to see that happen. I'm not glad with how it was handled. All right, so we got 1st and 10 at the Colts 27-yard line. That's handed off by Mariota, and they're going to get about a yard there. That's Trey Sermon on the run. Marcus Mariota, not the most accurate passer over the preseason and over training camp, but still is a much stronger run threat than his backup, Tanner McKee. So we'll see what happens. He's lined up in the gun. Trey Sermon to his left. He takes the snap. He throws, and that is not caught. It is over the hands of Dan Arnold. Overthrown there. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that Mariota has been known for over the course of this preseason. He's been a little bit off target when it comes to finding guys. A little bit of contact there by who is that? A little bit of contact there by a Colts player. So that's going to bring up 39. Mariota in the gun. He takes the snap, and he's going to throw, and it is caught by Deion Kane down inside the... where was that? That was down inside of that was at the 5-yard line. So it's going to bring a 1st and goal, and they're going to hand that off to Trey Sermon, and he's going to get stopped in the backfield. It did look like PI. That did look like PI on the overthrow to Arnold. They didn't call it. But we'll see. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the Eagles 6. From the Colts 6. Mariota in the gun. Trey Sermon lined up to his right. He takes the snap. He hands it off to Sermon, who's going to cut up out the edge and then get down to about the 1-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and goal. The Eagles have had the ball for 2 minutes, and already they're inside of the 5-yard line of the Colts. It's 3rd and goal down at the Indianapolis 1, thanks to an incredible return by Devin Allen. Didn't start out great, but it finished great. Mariota lined up in the gun, puts 46 over, and then hands it off to Sermon, and it's in for the touchdown. Already, we are less than 3 minutes into this game, and the Eagles are up 6-0, and boy, is this going to be a fun game tonight. Touchdown, Eagles. All right, so that's going to bring up Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott on for the extra point, and the kick is away, and it is good. So that is 7-0 Philadelphia, and we haven't even gotten through 3 minutes of this game. I am really excited about this, folks. It's a good day. So we'll see how the Colts answer that. Alrighty. We're just hanging out here. Got a pretty good game going on. That is true. We do have another game going on tonight. The Steelers are at 17, and the Falcons still have yet to show up. So, yeah, 13:43 or 13. I've got a timeout at 12:59. So the last play over there looks like it was Pinion punted back to Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh has the ball at their own 24-yard line after about a 6-yard return. So that's what looks like going on over there in Pittsburgh land here. Or in Atlanta, actually, is where the game's being played. But Pittsburgh's got the ball. Atlanta has yet to show up tonight. So Richardson is getting himself set up. Again, this is the 7th, I believe, quarterback for Indianapolis in the last 7 years. So that's not what you want to see if you're an Indianapolis Colts fan. Everything kind of started to tank when, or in this general direction when Andrew Luck very unexpectedly retired. And that led to kind of kerfuffle. That happened really during Frank Reich's tenure. Frank Reich left the Eagles to go to Indianapolis after the Eagles won Super Bowl 52. Reich was the offensive coordinator. The kick is away, and that is going to be fielded in the end zone and brought out to the 10. And he's going to run to the outside, 15, 20, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds just around the 20-yard line. And so that will bring up Indianapolis's first try here with this. And we are going to see Anthony Richardson out here. So unlike with the Eagles, where we're not going to see a guy like Jalen Hurts today because we know what we have in him, and B, we want to make sure that he's able to play week one, especially after an injury-ridden game last week. We have Anthony Richardson's going to be seen a lot here. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Richardson fakes the handoff, and he is throwing deep and incomplete. No flag. There is a flag. There is a flag on the play here. I think they actually picked it up, so no flag. 2nd down. Richardson throwing incomplete, overthrow number 11. That would be Michael Pittman Jr. That you don't like to see that if you're a Broncos fan. Do not like to see that. Jerry Jeudy being out for several weeks. I mean, say what you will about making sure that guys are, or say what you will about only playing 2nd and 3rd stringers in the season or in the preseason, but that's going to be a false start. Okay. Yeah, say what you will about those guys. Say what you will about like only playing 2nd and 3rd stringers in the preseason, but it makes sense to a certain extent. That was Nelson. That was Quentin Nelson. So that's 3rd and 15. Richardson takes the snap. He's back. He is rolling out to his left, and there's another flag down, but he's going to run, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds at the 30. That is a 1st down, pending the result of the flag here. Clay Martin is the referee. That's going to be offensive holding, so that's going to march them back another 10 yards. And that's Nelson again on the hold call. Quentin Nelson. So he is responsible for it being 3rd and 22 for Indianapolis. And already you can tell this drive compared to the Eagles drive last time. Yeah. All right, so that's 3rd and 22. That's going to be just at around the 7 or 8 yard line for Indianapolis. Richardson takes the snap, hands it off, and they are immediately stuffed in the backfield. He loses about 2 yards. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 24, and on comes the punting unit. And the Eagles last week did not have a clean game in terms of a clean bill of health per se. Fortunately, the 2 big ones are going to be slated for a full recovery there. Punt is away, and it is fielded by number 38, and he doesn't really get super far. Gets up to about the 45-yard line before he's stopped there. That's a return of about 4 yards. And that will bring up Eagles football again. And that is the night for Marcus Mariota. It's time to bring out Tanner McKee. Mariota had 1 drive. So 1st and 10 from the 45. McKee takes the snap, hands it off to Trey Sermon, who gets back to the line of scrimmage, and not much more. Maybe a yard. Maybe. No, I don't think they're even giving him that. 2nd and 10. Coming up. Josh Andrews is at center. Josh Andrews was was swapped in after Brett Toth had a really, really bad game, a really, really bad camp, and was handing Mariota some bad snaps. McKee takes a snap, and he is just going to run, and he's going to slide. Rare little run from McKee. He hasn't really run a lot over the course of this preseason, but he gets a solid few yards there. Officially, it's going to be 3rd and 5. So he got to about the 50-yard line before he slid. I think that spot's a little bit too stingy, but even the refs are getting in. So they're going to take the snap and hand it off to Sermon, and he's going to get about 2 yards before he, 2 or 3 yards before he falls off, before he gets stopped there. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 2 from the Indianapolis 47-yard line. All right, so that's 4th and 2. McKee takes a snap. He throws, and it is incomplete off the hands of number 86. That's Joseph Ngata. And that is going to bring up that's going to bring up a turnover on downs. So we are going to have a TV timeout here going on. That's Indianapolis ball. It's going to be their ball from their own 47-yard line. Taking a look around the league, again, there is another game going on here tonight. It is Pittsburgh versus Atlanta. Hello, Robert. Thanks for stopping by. How are you? We are in a TV timeout right now with the Eagles versus the Indianapolis Colts. The Eagles after a really, really impressive kickoff return by Devin Allen, he got a score with within about the first 3 minutes. Good. Glad to hear you're doing okay. So after a really, really impressive return that didn't start out all that great, but it. Alrighty, Yeah, so we're just hanging out here watching this game. The Eagles just turned the ball over on downs. And right now, while we're in the TV timeout, we've got Pittsburgh versus Atlanta. Pittsburgh has the football. It's about a little under 6 minutes left to go in their game. 3rd and 6 from the Atlanta 37. Atlanta has yet to show up in this game. It is 17-0 over there. Alrighty. This game is being live streamed on Amazon Prime, is where you can catch the broadcast. I have it on Fox 29 if you're watching locally. If you're watching local to Philadelphia, that's where the game is being broadcast. Coming back from commercial right now. It is also on NFL Network. Okay. I thought I heard they were doing another game there, but I guess it's live on NFL Network too. Awesome. So you got your plethora of where to watch this game. Okay, we've got Anthony Richardson in the shotgun. Back lined up to his right. Number 11's in motion. Richardson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and throws, and that is Pittman again, and he catches that football and gets a little bit more than the first down. All right, Richardson in the gun, back to his right. He's calling the audible. Takes a snap. Hands it up, or fakes the handoff. He's back. He's looking. He is rolling out to his right, and he's going to run, and he is going to get pushed out of bounds, probably just shy of the first down marker. So that's going to bring up second down. The Steelers game's on NFL Network. Yeah, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure there. Okay, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 4. Richardson in the gun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws, and that is caught, and it is down to about the 10-yard line. Finally stopped by number 30, Evans. That would be Justin Evans, who was on the stop there. But that was Ogletree on the reception. All right, so it's 1st and goal, and this Colts offense is moving a little quick here. 1st and goal, hands it off, and it's down around the 5-yard line. I think they're actually going to spot it at the 7 based off of what I'm looking at here. We've got about a little more than 7 minutes left. Richardson in the gun, back to his left, hands it off, and he is stopped just inside of the 5, probably about the 3. That is Deion Jackson as the running back. So that will bring up 3rd and goal from the Eagles' 3-yard line. Richardson in the gun. Jackson lines up to his left. Man in motion. Richardson takes the snap. He hands it off to Jackson, who is in for the touchdown. So that is going to make it for the time being until the next the extra point. Seeing what comes out of the extra point, that's going to make it a 7-6 game. All right, they're back to kick the extra point, and the kick is away, and it is good. So that is a 7-6 game, or a 7-all game. I apologize. I got you. 7-all. With 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. So they're heading into a TV timeout here. Thanks for hanging out tonight, folks. I know it's you can watch this game in a lot of places. You could listen to Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit on the call on the TV with Amazon Prime. You could catch it in other places if you're in Philly. You could listen to the radio broadcast with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick, or other broadcasts. But you chose to hang out here for at least a period of time, and I'm really grateful for that. So thank you so much for hanging out. I'm going to do what I can to try to make it worth your while you're here. So appreciate you all for just stopping by. So I said a little bit ago, one of the news items that was announced earlier today by the NFL, they are introducing a new advertising campaign, or a new branding campaign called "You Can't Make This Stuff Up." So we're going to see some of that, according to the release. We're going to see some of that tonight during the Eagles game. So we'll see how that. We'll see what pans out. There's Jason Kelsey, Eagles center, is going to be on it, as is Travis and Donna Kelsey. So it's going to be pretty good. Going through the highlights of Jalen Hurts, we will not see Jalen Hurts on the field tonight for what I hope are obvious reasons. But Jalen Hurts actually was the cover story for Sports Illustrated magazine earlier this week. They released the NFL preview article, or the NFL preview issue, and the cover story was all about Jalen Hurts. We have I'm going to give you a little bit of a teaser as to what's going to come out tomorrow after this kickoff here. So the kick is away. Back to field is Allen, who's going to put his hands out. He's not going to field that one. It's going to start at the Eagles' 25-yard line after the touchback. So let me go ahead and make that update there. A little bit of a teaser as to what's going to come out tomorrow here on this channel. We had a conversation with Sports Illustrated's Greg Bishop, who wrote the article on Jalen Hurts. And I had a really great conversation with him, and you can stay tuned for that to be released tomorrow morning. It'll be a really good one. 1st and 10 from the 25 of the Philadelphia Eagles. Tanner McKee is lined up under center, back behind him. Takes a snap, hands it off to Sermon, who's going to get up to about the 30 and get pushed down at about the 31-yard line. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. We are inside of 6 minutes left to play in the game, or in the first quarter, my apologies. So it's 2nd and 4 from the 31-yard line. McKee takes a snap, throws, and it is incomplete, intended for Joseph Ngata. If you're watching, if you've got other games going on, if you're interested in what's going on in the other game, Pittsburgh is at 24. Atlanta still has yet to show up. They are approaching halftime. Here in Philadelphia, it's 7 all. 3rd down and 4 from the Eagles' 31-yard line. They have to get to the 35. McKee takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It's caught by Trey Sermon, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That's good for an Eagles 1st down. That was a good read there by McKee. Good getting open there by Sermon. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 45-yard line. McKee lines up under center, back behind him. He takes a snap and he trips. He hands it off to Sermon, and Sermon is lucky to have not gotten a ton of yards lost on that one. He only lost about 1 yard. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 from the 44. That was almost very, very disastrous there. McKee tripped over. I guess it looks like he tripped over. The right guard's foot there. So that's bad. All right. In the gun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, escapes tackles. He's back. He's throwing, and it is caught, and it is out of bounds right at about the Colts' 45-yard line. That is number 39 of the Philadelphia Eagles, Deon Cain, on that reception. That was actually some really good heads-up play there. Almost not getting anything there. All right, McKee takes a snap, hands it off to Sermon, who's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no further. So we are inside of 4 minutes left to play in this first quarter. Yeah, that was a really good escape maneuver there by McKee there on that other play. So here we go. We're lined up. McKee in the gun. Sermon to his right. Takes the snap. McKee is back. He dumps it off to Sermon, who's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and get back to about the 41-yard line, where he's going to get pushed down. That is going to bring up third down and 7 from the Indianapolis. I apologize. That's the 41-yard line. Mea culpa. So it's going to bring us inside of 3 minutes here in the first quarter. 3rd and 7. Ball on the Colts 41-yard line. McKee in the gun, empty backfield. He's back. He's firing. It is caught. No, it is not caught. It was in and out of the hands of Hazelwood. Broken up by Franklin on the Colts side there. So that's going to bring up 4th down. Yeah, that's one you kind of have to bring in there. So that's going to bring up Jake Elliott on to kick the field goal. This is a 59-yard field goal attempt. Jake Elliott's just kind of stretching his legs here. All right, the snap, the hold, the kick is good. The kick is good. And that is going to put the Eagles up 10-7 after a beautiful 59-yard field goal by Jake Elliott. That probably would have been good out there for 61. We knew Jake Elliott was going to be special in that first season, in that Super Bowl season, when in week 3 against the New York Giants, Jake Elliott was brought on to kick a 61-yard field goal in his rookie year, and he nailed it. And the Giants didn't think that he would because they put Odell Beckham Jr. in the backfield there to try to field it when they were thinking that he was going to miss. But he was good, and he was good on this kick. Probably would have been good for a couple more yards. So that is 10-7, Philadelphia. How's everyone doing tonight? We are almost through 1 quarter of action here in Philadelphia and at Lincoln Financial Field. If you're an Eagles fan, it's a good day. If you're a Pittsburgh fan, it's a good day. Pittsburgh is up 24-0. If you're an Atlanta fan, I'm sorry. We got right now here in Philadelphia, it's 10-7. That was again, we had a really, really good kick there by Jake Elliott, a 59-yarder, 2 yards shy of his longest ever career kick. And it looked like it would have been good for a couple more yards. The first official Thursday Night Football game of the regular season will be Vikings at Eagles. That'll be week 2. They always do. Week 1 is technically not Thursday Night Football. It is the kickoff week. So, all right, the kick is away, and that is going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. So that will bring on the Indianapolis Colts offense. Got 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first quarter here. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight, folks. Really appreciate you. 1st and 10 from the 25. Richardson fakes the handoff, and he's going to run outside, and he's going to get the first down and up to the 40 before he gets pushed out of bounds. Pushed out of bounds at the 41-yard line. So that's going to bring up a Colts 1st and 10. He almost fumbled that one. All right, Richardson in the gun. Back to his right. He's back. He takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is incomplete. The intended target was Alec Pierce with Eli Ricks on the coverage. There is a flag. Okay, so that is going to be illegal contact. So that's going to be enforced back at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 5 situation. Or no, I'm sorry, it is 1st and 10 because they gave him the first down there. Okay. So 1st and 10 from the Colts 46. Richardson takes the snap. He's back. He throws. It is caught by number 83, and he is dropped pretty immediately there. Number 83 is Kylan Granson, the tight end. He is stopped by Ben Van Summeren, as well as Johnson on that play there. Patrick Johnson. All right. Takes a snap, gives it off to, dumps it off to Hill, who is going to get the first down. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10. We have about a minute and a half left to play in the first quarter. Eli Ricks is down right now. You don't like to see injuries here, especially in the preseason. You don't like to see injuries anytime, but you don't like to see injuries in the preseason, and especially given how injury riddled the Eagles were last week. You do not like to see this. Ricks is able to walk off on his own power. We'll see how that pans out there. Referee Clay Martin's giving some clock instructions to Richardson. Everybody's kind of getting back into the swing of how things work. Richardson lines up under center, back behind him. They're going to get somebody for offside. So this is a free play, and they're going to hand it off and get up to about the 34-yard line. So they're going to take the down back and the 5 yards. That's going to bring up 1st and 5. We are at the 1-minute mark left in the first quarter. It's going to be from the Eagles' 35-yard line. Richardson in the gun. Takes the snap. Back was to his left. He throws. It is incomplete. It's incomplete. And there was a little bit of pushing around, a little bit following the incompletion there. But it is 2nd and 5. So 2nd and 5 from the Eagles' 35-yard line. Richardson in the gun, takes the snap, hands it off, and he's going to get the first down and get dropped inside of the 30, about the 29, 28-yard line. That is Hull there on the run. That was a 6-yard run, brings him down to the Eagles' 29-yard line at his 1st and 10. Richardson takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws. It is caught inside of the 20. That is a first down. He is stopped immediately. That is Pittman on the reception. That was and there is an injury. Looks like Pittman got a little injured on that play there. So that is going to be the end of the first quarter. We are 15 minutes. The score is 10-7 Philadelphia. The Colts are driving, though. Take a look at what's going on in Pittsburgh. We got a minute and 22 seconds left until halftime. Atlanta has the ball. It is 1st and 10 for them on the Atlanta 3-yard line. Both teams have 2 timeouts. Atlanta may show up to this game. We'll see. If you're a Pittsburgh fan, you guys are just having a catch out there. We are in a commercial break right now. Everybody doing okay out there? Seeing a lot of good stuff out of Tanner McKee. There's been a lot of scuttlebutt thinking about whether or not he should be the second string quarterback instead of Marcus Mariota. What do you guys think? Has he shown enough when it comes to the whether or not he should be the second string instead of the third string? The way I'm looking at it, I don't see him. The way I'm looking at it, I see Marcus Mariota as a stronger run threat. We have seen one run out of Tanner McKee, but it was over the course of the entire preseason. He has only run twice. And neither of them have been for significant yardage. Compare that to Marcus Mariota, who is a run threat. I think that Marcus Mariota kind of fits better with the offense. The offense doesn't have to be totally revitalized for him. That's just my thought. What do you guys think? Do you think that he should be there? All right. We are back from the break. Start of the second quarter. Ball is at the Eagles' 18-yard line. It is 1st and 10. Richardson in the gun, back to his left, takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is incomplete. Overthrew Brashad Perriman. There is a flag on the play. Another illegal contact. This time it was on number 43. That is McKee Gardner. I don't know why I struggled over that name there. Mekhi Gardner. Sorry about that. Thank you, Jerry. Yep, it's a Jake Elliott jersey. All right, so we got 1st and 10. Richardson hands the ball off and is going to get inside the 10 down to about the 4 or 5 yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Jake Elliott. Yep, Jake Elliott jersey. I figured it was a safe bet to grab because he's been on the team for a bit, and he just nailed a 59-yard field goal this game. 2nd and 2. Richardson takes the snap, hands it off, and he's going to get a 1st down, and He's in for the touchdown. So that is going to bring up an Eagles score. Ha 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 ha. You Colts fan, Jerry? Hello. This play is under review. This play is being sent upstairs for a review here. I could have guessed. All right, so they're looking to see whether or not the football was in the end zone when his forearm hits the ground, and of course they go to commercial. So we do have our first booth review of the Eagles season. And it is of the preseason here. Well, I mean, Jerry, I'm glad to have you. Glad to have you. Even though you are a Colts fan, you chose to spend at least a portion of your evening tonight with an Eagles fan. So I'm glad to hear. Glad that you elected to join us here. Thank you so much for hanging out. That we do. Yep, we do have. And you got a great new head coach too. I mean, we had Shane Steichen the last couple of years, and he was really good for us, and I'm sure he's going to be really good for you guys. So he was following in the steps of Eagles offensive coordinators, and hopefully you guys have, especially now with Richardson being in there. Hopefully now you guys have a little bit more stability at quarterback too. So that's certainly something to look at. All right, so they did reverse the play. So they did reverse the call. So it is still 10-7. He was not in bounds. He was not in bounds after that booth review. Yeah, they're ruling them down probably about the half-yard marker. He was not in bounds. So what they're probably going to do is they're probably going to QB sneak this, and he's going to get in. Oh, they're ruling him down, I think, because of the shin as opposed to the forearm. I think that was the angle that tipped them off there. Okay, so it is going to be first and goal from about the 1 yard line. Richardson takes a snap, hands it off, and Hull is going to be marked short by inches. So that'll bring up second and goal. Second and goal. Richardson in the gun, back to his left. Takes the snap, hands it off to Hull, who is now in for the touchdown. And there's no question about that now. Yeah, that you guys have had what, like 7 quarterbacks in the 7 years it's been since Andrew Luck retired or something like that in the last several years. I don't think it's been. I don't think it's been quite that long. The kick is away, and it is good. So that is going to make it 14-10. Sorry. Yeah. Where do you think Jonathan Taylor is going to go? I don't think he's staying in Philadelphia. I don't think his plane ticket's one way. It's halftime in Atlanta, 24-0 Pittsburgh. All right. Devin Allen fields that from the end zone. There's a flag down already. He gets out to the 25-yard line before he is stopped just shy of the 30. Let's check in on this flag here. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. They're calling that holding on Sidney Brown, I believe. Yeah, Sidney Brown. They're calling that holding. So that's going to negate a really good return by Devin Allen. I think if Devin Allen makes the team, he will make the team as the kick returner, especially after the return that we saw earlier today. Yeah, he kind of messed it up a little bit, but that was a darn impressive kick return. All right, so it's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 10-yard line. McKee takes a snap, fakes the handoff, and he is going to get sacked, and that is going to bring up 2nd down. So that's going to push him back to about the 3-yard line. Okay, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 17. McKee in the gun, back to his left, hands it off to Sermon, who's going to get a couple of yards, a couple of that back. So that's going to bring up, after we check in on this flag, and I also need to adjust the possession error here, because the Eagles have the ball now. That's going to bring up defensive holding. All right, that's what we want to see. We need to get out of the shadow of our own end zone. So that is going to be called on number 98, McTelvin Agim. McTelvin Agim. Sorry, that's how you pronounce his name. So that is going to bring up an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 from their own 10. McKee takes the snap, hands it off to Sermon, who's going to get up to about the 14-yard line and brings up 2nd down and 6. Okay, so that is going to bring it. So it's 2nd down and 6. We have 12 minutes, a little less than 12 minutes left to play in the half. McKee takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is caught at about the 21-yard line. That is Dion Kane on the reception. And that is going to bring up an Eagles 1st down. Pittman hanging out back there on the sideline. Looks like he might have just gotten cleared to return, maybe? He's not going back to the locker room. McKee takes the snap, hands it off to Sermon, who does not get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to lose about 2 on that play. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 from the 20-yard line. Officially, they're going to say he lost 1, but he probably lost a little bit closer to 2 there based off of the spot. Okay, so we've got 2nd and 11. McKee takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is incomplete. He was looking for Deion Kane again. So that is going to bring up 3rd down and 11. So far tonight, McKee has 12. I'm sorry, McKee has is 4 for 8 for 36 yards, whereas Mariota is 1 for 2 for 21 yards. 3rd and 11. McKee in the gun. Sermon to his left. Takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's still looking. He's under pressure, and he's going to get sacked again. That's going to bring up 4th down. And on comes the punting unit. That was a loss of 7 on the play, so it's going to bring up 4th and 18 from the Eagles' 13-yard line. The Eagles have been sacked twice. Got Aaron Sipas. Kicks it away. And that's going to be fielded inside of the 40-yard line. So that was a 49-yard punt. On the whole, it wasn't all that bad. The Eagles, following the Cleveland Browns game last week, waived, among others, so they waived 2 players, really. They waived Greedy Williams, who did not have all that great of a camp, and they also waived Ty Zentner, who was the second punter. He was brought in as an undrafted rookie to give Aaron Sipas a run for his money, and did not actually do so. The 2 of them looked very, very, very similar, and that's what led to Zentner being released. Sipas, though, is not off of the hot seat after the tail end of the season he had last year. So we are concerned as to what's going on with the punter. It is possible the Eagles could pick somebody up after cut day. We shall see what happens there. It's still halftime over in Atlanta. So we're just, at this point, waiting on the game to come back here. The interview is being done not that far from my section. All right, so it is going to be 1st and 10 from the Indianapolis 38-yard line. Richardson in the gun, back to his left. He takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's still looking. He is hit as he throws. It is incomplete. His target was Deion Jackson. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. We are inside of 10 minutes left to play in the half. Second down and 10. Richardson in the gun, back to his right, takes the snap. He's back, he's looking, he's rolling out to his left, he throws, it is incomplete off the hands of Downs. It was almost picked off, actually, by Kayvon Wallace in the backfield there after it was off the hands of Downs. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. At the Colts' own 38-yard line. Richardson in the gun, back to his left. He takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's still looking. He's scrambling a little bit. He's going to run. He's going to get the 1st down and get downed at they're going to mark it at the Colts 49-yard line. I think he was down in Eagles territory. It looked like. They're going to mark him at the 50. First and 10 from the 50. Richardson in the gun, back to his right, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's back. He's got all day back there. He fires and it's caught, and that's going to get down to about the 44-yard line there. That is Deion Jackson on the reception. So that will bring up 2nd and 4 from the Eagles' 44-yard line. They're into Eagles territory here. Richardson in the gun, back to his left. Now Richardson moving, changing up the play here. Richardson goes back to the gun, takes the snap. He's back, he's looking. He throws, and it's caught by number 83. That is Kylan Granson, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds at the 27-yard line. That's a 17-yard catch. The stop was there by Ben Van Summeren. That's going to bring up a Colts 1st down at the Eagles' 27-yard line. Yeah, and a lot of the starters really did not dress at all. Jalen Hurts is in dress. Jason Kelsey's doing the interview right now. He didn't dress. Richardson in the gun, back to his right, takes the snap. Keeps it himself, and he is going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 2nd down. He faked the handoff and got nowhere. He lost a yard on that play. 2nd and 11. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, folks. Really appreciate you spending any portion of your night with me tonight. Second and 11. Takes the snap. Richardson. He's back. He is hit. He gets it off. How is that caught? That was caught. That was an incredible catch by number 83 there. Incredible catch by Kylan Granson. Sirianni is going to challenge that. Sirianni has challenged that play. I don't know. I'm not sure there's enough there to overturn that. That angle is a lot clearer. So you've got a coach's challenge on the field, folks. Nick Sirianni has used a challenge, challenging whether or not the pass was completed. And it looks like he might be right after a second review. The first angle, they didn't really have a good shot. Okay, they are ruling that an incomplete pass. They did overturn the play, so it is going to be 3rd and 11. It is an incomplete pass. Yeah, while the interview was going on there. Yeah, the play was reversed. Didn't look, the first angle that they showed on TV, it didn't look super clear and obvious. The second angle, it definitely was. They did not need to go past the second angle to realize, oh, that ball actually hit the ground. So that was a good spot there, and certainly Sirianni was the closest one to it. So he definitely saw the bounce there, and that was a really good challenge by Coach. So that will bring up 3rd down and 11 from the Eagles' 28-yard line. Over in Atlanta, Atlanta's actually driving. Atlanta has the football. 9:17 left to play. It's 2nd and 10 at the Pittsburgh 11. Their last play, it was a incomplete pass over to Fitzpatrick over there. Yeah. So we've got a timeout on the field. It's 6:51 left to play in the first half. 3rd and 11 at the Eagles' 28-yard line. The Colts have the football. This drive has lasted 3 minutes and 6 seconds. It's been 7 plays for 34 yards. Anthony Richardson is 6 for 12 for 78 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. He's got a 70.8 rating so far in this game. Compare that to Tanner McKee. McKee is 4 for 8 for 36 yards. He's got a passer rating of 62.5. One big thing to note on that is Richardson is actually, at least according to the depth chart that I have, is actually the Colts starter. So compared to McKee, who's going to be a 3rd stringer. 3rd and 11. Richardson also has 33 rushing yards, according to the stat list that I've got here. 3rd and 11. 28-yard line. Richardson takes a snap, and he is almost sacked. He evades the sack. He's rolling out to his right. He's going to run past the line of scrimmage and pick up a couple. So that is going to bring up 4th down. He was almost sacked there by Ben Van Sumeren. Ben Van Sumeren had a great read and just couldn't wrap his arms around him. So that's something you got to make sure that you have there. Sirianni's big on fundamentals as one of his core values, and one of the things when it comes to fundamentals is make sure you wrap your arms around the guy you're trying to tackle. Kick is away, and it is good. So that is going to make it 17-10 in favor of the Indianapolis Colts. Got 6 minutes and 8 seconds left to play in this first half. I will say Richardson does look really good on his legs as we're looking at the quarterback here, and he does look really good on the run there. So credit where credit is due, I guess. Okay, they finally updated something there. So yeah, we've got 38. Richardson has run 5 times for 38 yards. He's thrown for 78 yards. Evan Hull was in the game for a little bit. He ran 6 times for 25 yards. Kick is away. And that's going to get fielded by Devin Allen, who's going to turn back to the outside of the field and get back to about the 23-yard line. So that is going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Amazon will not have a Thursday night football game until the Eagles come back on to Amazon Prime again in week 2, because the NFL kickoff game, the NFL Thursday kickoff game, is not part of the Thursday night football package that Amazon has. 1st and 10, McKee in the backfield. He throws, and it is incomplete. There was all kinds of contact on there. I am kind of not surprised. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't call something there. That was Joseph Ngata on the attempt there. Yeah, both guys had contact, so I guess that's why they didn't really call it. That was Dallas Flowers. Second and 10, hands it off to Kennedy Brooks, who gets to about the 25-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. Thanks so much for hanging out, folks. If you enjoy hanging out here and you're enjoying this stream, feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Really happy to have you all here as we watch this final preseason game for the Philadelphia Eagles. It is 3rd and 7 from the Eagles' 25-yard line. McKee takes the snap. He's back. He is throwing. It is caught by Deon Cain, and he's out of bounds. That's going to bring up a 1st down and 10 from the Eagles' 36-yard line. There we go. And he was pushed out of bounds by Baker. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Takes a snap, throws to Devin Allen, who's going to turn up and get stopped in or just past the 40-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd down. 2nd down and 3 from the Eagles' 43-yard line. Second and 3. I don't know what came of that Atlanta drive, but it looks like Atlanta did not score on it. 2nd and 3. McKee in the gun, back behind him. Fakes the handoff. Back, throws, and almost caught by Joseph Ngata. That's going to bring up 3rd down on the play. Darrell Baker was on the defense there. Joseph Ngata has had a really good camp. I would not be surprised if we see his name on the roster come Tuesday if he makes the 53-man roster. A lot of it's the game of who can they put onto who's going to clear waivers. So 3rd down and 3. McKee takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Brooks, throws, and there's all kinds of contact there. It is incomplete. It was not brought down inbounds. That was Flowers on the defense. Who was the target there? That was Deion Kane. They were playing like pinball with it. So that'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 3. They're going to keep the offense out there from the Eagles' 43-yard line. McKee takes the snap. He's back. He throws. It is caught. Wide open is Joseph Ngata, who gets down to the Colts 40 and inside the 40 down to about the 37. And that is 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles, thanks to that pass and that reception by Joseph Ngata. Wide open. He was able to break away from his defender there. McKee takes a snap, throws, and it is caught by Deion Kane. So that is going to bring up 2nd down. It was picked up about 4. Nice little short dump pass there. We are inside of 3 minutes left to play in the half. McKee in the gun, takes the snap. He's back, he's looking, he fires over to Kennedy Brooks, who's wide open but cannot bring it in. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6 from the Indianapolis Colts 34-yard line. It was wide open, but it was a little low for him to pick up on it. So that's 3rd and 6. McKee takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is in and out of the hands of number 38. No, that's who is that? Swain. My chart's a little bit. My chart is a little bit old here. They picked up Swain today. The Eagles did pick up Swain in the last couple of days since my chart was printed. So it's going to bring up a 52-yard field goal attempt by Jake Elliott, and that is good. That's going to make it 13-17 in favor of the Colts. Jake Elliott has been good tonight from 59 and 52. My boy Jake Elliott right here. The Eagles lost both their offensive and defensive coordinators in the offseason. So they brought in Sean Desai to fill the defensive coordinator position. And they they promoted Brian Johnson to be the offensive coordinator. That kickoff is going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Colts 25-yard line. one of the rule changes that occurred over the offseason that I haven't seen them use a lot in the preseason, and I kind of maybe understand why, but I also don't, is the if you fair catch the football on a kickoff behind the 25-yard line, the ball will be placed at the 25-yard line. I don't know how I feel about that. How do you guys feel about that? 1st and 10 from the 25. Fakes the handoff and whoa, hello, that's incomplete. Are they ruling it a fumble? No, they're going to rule that an incomplete pass. Yeah, they're ruling that 2nd down. Yeah, I don't think that that's going to be. I don't think that that's a live ball. He takes, throws, and that is incomplete. Okay, they're ruling it a They ruled it a fumble, recovered by Pittman. All right, so it's 3rd and 8. Richardson takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is incomplete through the hands of Josh Downs. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 7. We're closing in on the 2-minute warning here, folks. That was literally through the hands of Josh Downs. So 4th and 7, and on comes the punting unit. Sanchez takes the punt, and he kicks it away. Back to return is Swain, who fields it inside the 25-yard line and is stopped immediately. So the Eagles will get the ball. It is the 2-minute warning here, folks. So we have 2 minutes left to play in the half. Taking a look over at Atlanta versus Pittsburgh. Really, it's just it's Pittsburgh versus a pile of sticks. That's how this game's going over there. I mean, to be fair, the Atlanta quarterback has thrown for 145 yards, 16 for 22. So I guess. And then they've got Heineke there who went over too. So I don't know what's going on over there. But it's been all Pittsburgh scoring. Looks like so Atlanta was driving for a little bit. They got down, or midway through the 3rd quarter, they got down to the Pittsburgh 11 before they fumbled, and Pittsburgh recovered it, and that was the name of that tune there. So it doesn't look like Atlanta has gotten really anywhere close since. So that's what's going on around the league. We're still here. We're hanging out. We've got the Indianapolis Colts, who are currently on top, but it is a 1-score game, and the Eagles have the football with 1 minute and 55 seconds left. We hit the 2-minute warning just a moment ago here. They're going to have a sneak peek of the Kelsey documentary on during the halftime show today. Amazon Prime was producing the Kelsey documentary, so it kind of makes sense they're going to give that little sneak peek here. It's 1st and 10. First and 10, the ball is at the Eagles' 23-yard line. Tanner McKee is still in this game. He's in the gun. Back to his right. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Throws complete to number 80, who is pushed out of bounds. And that is Tyree Jackson on that reception. That was really, really good. Nice little cross route there. Caught the football. Decently open. That was perfect execution there, guys. And that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 43-yard line. McKee takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Brooks, throws, caught by number 46, pushed out of bounds right at about the 50-yard, right at about the 45-yard line of the Indianapolis Colts. Or no, I'm sorry, the 47-yard line of the Eagles. My bad. That's Dan Arnold on the reception. It's going to be 2nd and 6 from the Eagles' 47-yard line. McKee takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Brooks, throws, caught by number 80. That is Tyree Jackson, who gets the first down. And a little bit more, gets down to about the 45-yard line of the Indianapolis Colts. That's going to be an Eagles first down. So McKee in the gun. Brooks to his right. Takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is caught by number 39. That's Deion Kane. He is going to get pushed out of bounds right at about the Indianapolis 38-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 3. That was Trey Sermon in the backfield there as the running back. 2nd and 3. McKee takes the snap, throws, caught by number 46. That is Dan Arnold again. That is a first down. So it's going to bring up a first down. We've got 1 minute and 4 seconds left to play in this second quarter. The Eagles do take their first time out. So they have 2 remaining on the drive. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Colts 32-yard line. The Eagles are driving. Minute and 4 left to play. McKee in the gun. Takes the snap. Sermon was lined up to his right. Throws. Caught. How is that caught in double coverage? But now it's going to be fumbled and it's going to be recovered by Indianapolis. That was Joseph Ngata on the catch, and then the fumble. He kind of braces for it, but it gets knocked out of him. and it goes ricocheting across the field, and that is going to be an Indianapolis football. So you hate to see that. The Eagles were driving, and that's a real drive killer there. So first and 10. Richardson in the back. He overthrows Pittman. That's incomplete. Second down. So that's going to bring up second and 10. Got about 48 seconds left to play in the half. Richardson in the gun, back to his left. Takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is incomplete. Third down. So it's going to bring up third down and 10 from the Indianapolis 17-yard line. Got 43 seconds left to play in the half. Richardson in the gun. Back to his left. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is incomplete. Target was Alec Pierce. So that is going to bring up fourth down and 10 from the Indianapolis 17-yard line. There are 38 seconds left to play in the half. The punting unit is on the field. Takes the punt, and the kick is away. It's fielded around the Eagles' 40, and he's by Swain, who's going to get absolutely demolished. Stopped immediately, and that is going to bring up first and 10 from the Eagles' 40-yard line. So the Eagles have an opportunity to recover a little bit from the disaster that was the end of that last drive with Joseph Ngata's fumble. It was really just kind of a lot of bad luck there. All right. Sermon takes the snap from the gun. Sermon was lined up. He throws to Sermon, and that's incomplete. Number 4 overall, their highest, Indianapolis' highest pick since Andrew Luck. All right, first and 10 second and 10 from the 40. Throws, and that is caught by number 46. That's Dan Arnold. There is a flag on the play. They're calling that illegal use of hands to the face by Tyler Steen. So that is going to march the Eagles back a little bit there. It's going to bring up second and 20 from the Eagles' 30-yard line. So second and 20, McKee in the gun. Back to his left. Back, he's looking. He throws to Sermon. It's caught, and Sermon gets back up to about the 38-yard line before he's dropped. That's going to bring up third down. and 12 from the Eagles' 38-yard line, and the Eagles will take their second timeout of the half. They have one remaining with 9 seconds left to play in the half. It is 3rd and 12. The Colts do get the ball to start the second half here. So it's 3rd and 12 from the Eagles' 38-yard line. McKee in the gun, takes the snap. He's back. He is looking. He throws. It is bobbled, caught. No. 4th and 12. It's through the hands of Trey Sermon there, and it was, incomplete. So 4th and 12. They are going to keep the offense on the field because why not? There are 4 seconds left to play in the half here. So we're just waiting on them to come back from this here. I don't know if they're running a play or anything. The Eagles do take their third and final timeout. All right, McKee takes the snap, throws, incomplete. That's halftime. That is halftime, folks. So the score at the half is 17 Indianapolis, 13 Philadelphia. Indianapolis will have the ball to start the third quarter here. So that will happen in about 12 minutes. And until then, we can just hang out and talk a little football. How we doing? What are we thinking here? How is how have we enjoyed this game so far? What stood out to you? We are at the half. We'll take a quick check in to see what's going on over in Atlanta. It is we've got 11 minutes and 28 seconds left to play in that game. It's 24-0. 1st and 10 from the Atlanta 9-yard line. Atlanta has the football. So if you're an Atlanta fan and you're watching this game, woof. Do a little stats here. So Tanner McKee is 15 for 27 for 139 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. He's got a 69.8 passer rating. If you flip that over to Indianapolis, Anthony Richardson has been in all game. He has 6 completions for 17 attempts. That is 78 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. His passer rating is 50.6 through the half there. Rushing, we on the Eagles' end, we've got Trey Sermon leading the way. He's ran 12 times for 19 yards. He has one touchdown. His longest run was a 6-yard run. Tanner McKee and Kennedy Brooks both ran it once each time. McKee ran it for 5 yards. Brooks ran it for 3. Sermon is the player that has the only Eagles touchdown of the game. Rushing for the Colts, we've got Richardson at 5 rushes for 38 yards, average of 7.6 yards per attempt. His longest run was a 16-yard run. Then we have Evan Hull at 6 attempts for 25 yards. That's a 4.2 average. He has one touchdown. His longest run was an 8-yard run. And then we have also on the Colts, we have Deion Jackson, who ran 4 times for 8 yards, one touchdown. His longest run was a 4-yarder. Eagles receiving leaders, Deion Kane has been targeted 8 times. He had 6 receptions. That is 62 yards, 62 yards on those receptions. His longest reception was a 21-yarder. Joseph Ngata is caught the ball twice for his 6 targets. That's been for 28 yards as well. His longest was a 19-yard reception. Tyree Jackson is 2 for 2 in terms of targets to catches. He's caught the ball and he has 28 passing yards there. Trey Sermon has been targeted 5 times, caught the ball thrice, and for 25 yards. Longest reception was a 14-yard reception. Dan Arnold comes in right after that. He's been targeted 3 times. He's caught the ball twice for 10 yards. His longest reception was a 6-yard catch. Devin Allen has 1 catch for 7 yards. Also targeted was Kennedy Brooks, Francis Swain, Johnny King, and Jaden Hazelwood. All of those were targeted once, did not have a reception in the game. Receiving for the Colts, we've got Granson, who has been targeted twice. He's caught the ball twice. He has 25 receiving yards. His longest was a 17-yard reception. Pittman has been targeted 5 times. He's caught the ball twice. That's Michael Pittman. He's 2 for 5 for 24 yards. His longest reception was 13 yards. Andrew Ogletree has been targeted once and caught the ball once. 23-yard reception. Then we have Deion Jackson for the Colts. He was targeted 3 times. He caught the ball once for 6 yards. Also targeted was Pierce and Josh Downs. So that is Alec Pierce and Josh Downs. Both have been targeted multiple times. Pierce was targeted thrice. Downs was targeted twice. Neither of them have a reception on their record yet. No interceptions. No interceptions. There have been 2 fumbles, one by each team. That having been said, the Colts won. While they did fumble it, they recovered their own fumble. Joseph Ngata fumbled for the Eagles, and he actually lost that fumble. So we're just hanging out here, folks. Scoring has been if you're talking about end zone, it's been if you're talking about touchdowns, it's been mostly Indianapolis. The first score was by a Trey Sermon run. This was after again. This was the kickoff. The Eagles had the kickoff to start. The Eagles received the kickoff, and Devin Allen, who he has been a little bit injury. He was recovering from an injury earlier in the training camp. He did not do a great job in initially handling the kickoff, but boy, did he recover. He fielded the ball around the end zone, double checking where they officially spotted that. Yeah, he handed that at the goal line. It was not the best handling job there at the beginning of the game. It actually dropped to the ground. Allen did pick it up and immediately turned upfield, and boy was that an incredible turn upfield. He ran 73 yards to the Indianapolis 27. That is by far and away the best kickoff return we've seen in a while. Um, so I am really thrilled about that. I suspect that if a guy like Devin Allen makes the team, he's going to make the team as a kick returner. I don't anticipate that he's going to be. I don't anticipate that, like, if he can't leverage that, I don't think he's going to be able to crack the 53-man roster. I think he would be more on the practice squad again. But if he does crack the 53-man roster, it will be because he's also able to be a kick returner. So doing a little bit of a preview of the Jason Kelsey documentary. They're showing some episodes of the New Heights podcast that he does with his brother Travis. It's always a fun show. How are we doing tonight, folks? Okay, for me, just 1 second here. I got to check a few things. Thank you for your patience. I'm also going to run and grab some water real quick, so I will be back in a moment. We are back, and Jake Elliott is ready to kick it away here. So that is going to go out of the end zone. And that will bring us to the start of the third quarter, folks. Yeah, as I'm looking at this, McKee has only run the ball once compared to Richardson's 5 times. First and 10 from the Indianapolis 25-yard line. Richardson is out of the game for the half, so he hands it or now in is Gardner Minshew, who hands it off, and they get almost 10 yards there. Get about 9. That's Funk on the carry. Jake Funk. So that brings up 2nd and 1 from the Colts 34-yard line. And there is an injured player on the field. I'm just hanging out here, having a good time. Watching the Eagles, hopefully get a preseason win. But we're really just watching some rookies and some people who are on the bubble there, making their last go at trying to crack that 53-man roster here. So, if you're watching the Atlanta Falcons take on the Pittsburgh Steelers and you're an Atlanta fan, I'm sorry. It's 24-0. Atlanta has the ball. It's 4th and 1 at their own 28-yard line. That's a bummer. There is a timeout on the field at the Eagles game here due to an injured player. Looks like that's in Colts. Danny Pinter, he's one of their guards. They are going to cart him off the field, so all of his teammates are giving him the high fives and everything to that effect. That's always disappointing there. They're showing the replay. Looks like his left shin got fell on by Marvin Wilson there as he was trying to block. He got pushed down there. So, again, you hate to see, regardless of who they are, you hate to see injuries in the preseason. You really do. It's absolutely frustrating when these kinds of things happen, and I know they happen, but it's disappointing. Gardner Minshew is in the gun, back lined up to his left. Takes the snap, hands it off to Funk, who gets the first down, and it gets out to about the 41-yard line. Gardner Minshew, of course, was the second-string quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles last year. Came in for a couple of games during the regular season while Jalen Hurts was out for an injury and did not impress. He only played a handful of meaningful snaps, and we really needed Jalen Hurts back by the time it was done. 1st and 10, Minshew lines up under center, back in the backfield. Number 6 goes in motion, takes the snap, hands it off to Funk, who is going to get about 4 or 5 there. They're going to spot him at the 44-yard line, which would be 4 yards. Bring up 2nd and 6. We are at about 13 and a half minutes left to play in the third quarter. 2nd and 6 from the Colts 44. Minshew in the gun, back to his left, takes the snap. He's back, he's looking, he throws. It's caught by number 6, who's going to get a first down and go out of bounds at about the Eagles' 48-yard line. Number 6 is Isaiah McKenzie. Isaiah McKenzie, who was with the Bills last year before being picked up by the Colts. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 48-yard line. Minshew takes the snap, hands it off to Funk, who's going to get down to about the Eagles' 45-yard line before he's stopped. They're going to officially spot him at the 46 for 2 yards. So it's going to bring up 2nd down. Doing a little bit of back cycling here. So we got 2nd down and 8. Minshew in the gun, back to his left. Takes the snap. He's back, he's looking. He fires, it's caught by number 8, who gets the first down and gets down to about inside the 35-yard line. Number 8 is Juwan Winfrey. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 34-yard line. Minshew in the gun, back to his left. Takes the snap. He's back, he fakes the handoff, he throws, it's caught, that's a first down, and the Eagles are pushing him forward, and they need to not do that. If they're gonna, and now there are flags coming in. What is this nonsense here, guys? There are multiple flags coming in. Referee tonight is Clay Martin. We're going to call it on unnecessary roughness on number 75 of the Eagles. That is Teron Jackson. No, I'm sorry. They signaled wrong. They're calling it on number 74, Skipper, for an unnecessary roughness due to a late hit. I was going to say, Teron Jackson's not even in the field. Okay, so that's going to be 1st and 10. But that's going to be enforced at the Eagles' 18. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 33-yard line. Or the Eagles' 34-yard line. Yeah. Hands it off. Gets a couple. He gets 2 yards there, so it's going to bring up. Okay, so 2nd and 8. Minshew takes a snap. He throws. And that is a first down. That was Brashad Perriman on the reception. And that was good for 12 yards. So 1st and 10 inside the Eagles' 20-yard line. Hands it off to number 31, who is Kenyon Drake, and he picks up about 6 there. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 4 from the Eagles' 13-yard line. Pinter is down with an ankle injury. His return is questionable, according to reports. 2nd and 4. 9.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Was he drawn or there's a flag? Nah, he was not drawn. That's encroachment. That was number 59. That was Janarius Robinson. You gotta. We're approaching the end of the preseason. You gotta have that kind of stuff worked out, guys. So that's going to bring up 1st and goal from the Eagles' 8 after the penalty awarded them 1st and goal. Minshew in the gun, back to his right. Takes a snap. Throws. Caught. Touchdown. That's Kenyon Drake again. He was wide open. Nobody touched him. Did an out route. Caught it. Touchdown. Extra point is up. And it's good. So that is going to make it for this game 24-13. And we are in a TV timeout. Who are the players that are impressing you in this game? Who's exciting you? Who's not exciting you? Just having fun here, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with us. If you're still here, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Could be watching anywhere tonight, but instead you chose to watch here. That Colts drive was 11 plays for 75 yards. It took 5 minutes and 55 seconds. All right, so we are back from the commercial break. 9 minutes and 5 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 24-13 Indianapolis. Kick is away. It is fielded at the 10-yard line by Devin Allen, who gets out to the 20 and to the 25 where he's stopped. So that was a good 15-yard return there. Brian Johnson was on the cover of NCAA Football 10. Wow. Okay, so that is going to be first and 10 for the Eagles at their own 25. They get up to they do a quick dump over, and it gets up to the 30. That was Tanner McKee, who's still in the game. He passed to Russell. That is Brady Russell, the tight end. 2nd and 5. McKee in the gun, back to his right. Takes a snap, hands it off to Sermon, who's going to get about a yard before he is stopped and pushed down. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. With a little bit more than 8 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. So 3rd and 4. Empty backfield for McKee, who lines up in the gun. Takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It's caught by number 80. That is Tyree Jackson, who gets up to pretty close to the 1st down marker. We'll see where they spot it. It might be just a hair short. They're going to spot it short at about the 34. It's 4th and inches, 4th and 1 on my little stat screener here. 4th and 1 from the Eagles' 34-yard line. They could do a QB sneak here, but they're not going to because McKee is in the gun. Sermon lined up to his left. Man in motion. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Sermon, who breaks through and gets almost to the 40-yard line. Gets pushed down at about the 39. So that is going to bring up an Eagles 1st down. It's a great little explosion there by Sermon through the line of scrimmage, forcing his way up to get those extra yards. So it's 1st and 10. Ball is on the 39-yard line of the Eagles. McKee under center. Sermon in the backfield. Hands it off to Sermon, who gets up to the 50. And there is a flag down. He is brought down at about the 47, the Indianapolis 47-yard line. Let's check on this flag here. And it's offensive holding, so that's coming back. That's a shame. You hate to see that. Offensive holding will march the Eagles back. So it's going to be 1st and 15 from the Eagles' 33-yard line. That was on Brett Toth, who Toth has not had a great camp just at all. He has not had a great camp. He has not had a great preseason. McKee takes a snap, dumps it off to Brooks, and it's incomplete. Yeah, Toth has not had a great camp. He originally was taking reps at the 2nd string center position, but when he was with the 2nd string team, he and Mariota were doing great when Mariota lined up under center, but Mariota was getting all kinds of knuckler balls and having to do acrobatics just to get the football from Toth during shotgun snaps. So that was no bueno there. 2nd and 15. McKee in the gun. Somebody moved early. But they did not call it. Somebody moved. That was an Eagles player that moved early. They should have called that one a false start. Instead, it was a deep ball from McKee to Deion Kane, incomplete, 3rd and 15. The Eagles probably would have been better off if they had called that because they would have had the down back. 33, 3rd and 15. McKee takes the snap from the gun. He's back. He's looking. He fires. Incomplete. Target was Tyree Jackson again there. And he missed him wide. So it's going to bring up 4th and 15, and the punting unit is going to come onto the field. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, folks. It is 24-13 here on the final preseason game of the Philadelphia Eagles. Aaron Sipos is back, and he kicks it away. And it's fielded, and he's hit immediately and knocked back. That was Lucas That is, who is that? That is Lucas Havrasik on the reception. No, it was not Lucas Havrasik. I apologize. It was Amari Rogers. My bad. I can read numbers. Amari Rogers fielded that one and was hit immediately at the 23-yard line. No gain. So, one of these punts, I'm going to do a spot check of Aaron Sipos' punts because how are we doing tonight? We've got about 5.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. So you still got one more quarter action here. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. If you enjoy this stream, please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. If you were joining us from the Pittsburgh versus Atlanta game, I'm sorry. That game was just generally disappointing. It was one-sided all the way. Atlanta came close, it looks like, in the one drive, but they fumbled it away, and they were shut out to close out the preseason. Just hanging out here. They're coming back from the break. It is Indianapolis football at their own 23-yard line. That was a 44-yard punt by Sipos. So it's 1st and 10. Ball is on the 23-yard line of Indianapolis. Minshew is still in the game. He's going to line up under center. Back in the backfield. He takes the snap. He hands it off. And the run goes up to about the 25-yard line. Picks up about 2 there. That was Jake Funk on the run there. Brings up 2nd and 8 from the Indianapolis 25-yard line. Second and 8. Minshew in the gun. Back to his left. Takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He overthrows number 49. That is Pharaoh Brown. So that will bring up 3rd down and 8 from the 25-yard line. About 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. If you're hanging here and if you're hanging here, I appreciate you hanging out tonight. Please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. 3rd and 8. Minshew in the gun. Back to his right. Man in motion. Takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught, and it's a wide open field. Finally stopped at the 45-yard line of the Indianapolis Colts. That was Will Mallory on the reception there. And that's going to bring up a Colts 1st down and 10. They are officially spotting that at the Indianapolis 47-yard line. That was a 22-yard catch. That's going to bring up 1st and 10. Minshew in the gun, back to his right. Takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws, and it is caught in the open field by Mallory again. And he's going to get down to about the Eagles' 30-yard line. So that was he's going to be marked down officially at the 32. That was a 21-yard catch. So we got 1st and 10. Minshew in the gun, back to his right. Ball is on the Eagles' 32-yard line. Minshew takes the snap. He's back. He is running, trying to escape the pressure. He's going to run and go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Just going to bring up 2nd down and 8. We got about 3 minutes and about 15 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Well, Mallory was drafted in the 5th round this year. He's getting some action now. Minshew takes a snap, throws, caught, and it gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was Jake Funk on the reception. Only gets back to the line of scrimmage, so that is going to bring up 3rd down and 8 from the Eagles' 30. So it's 3rd and 8, Minshew in the gun. Back to his left. Takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is incomplete. Underthrew Jake Funk there. Hit the ground right at his feet. 4th down and 8. And I would not be surprised if we see the kicking unit come onto the field in any moment. Except they're going to keep the offense on the field for some reason. Okay, 4th and 8. Got 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Minshew in the gun, back to his left. Takes the snap. He's back. He throws. It's caught, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Does not get anywhere close to the line of scrimmage there. It is a turnover on downs. That will bring up 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They got back to about the 27-yard line. So that's where the Eagles will pick it up. That was Perriman on the reception there. It's Brashad Perriman. Okay, so 1st and 10, and they hand the ball off to Devin Allen, and he gets stopped in the backfield. So that's going to bring up 2nd down. We're just hanging out here, folks. Thanks so much for stopping by, tuning in. Hope you appreciate. You could be anywhere else, but you chose to be here for a little bit, and I appreciate you. McKee takes a snap, throws, caught by Swain there. So that's going to bring up 3rd down. Got about a minute and 10 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 8. You're inside of a minute left in the 3rd quarter. McKee in the gun, back to his left. McKee takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He is rolling out and is caught by Sermon, and it's brought up to about the 30. So it's going to be a gain of about 1 there. It's going to be 4th down. The question is, will Sipas come out and punt it away? So I want to spot check a punt. We do not need to make that decision now because we're going to head over to the 4th quarter. We're in the final 15 minutes of play here, folks. (24-13) in favor of Indianapolis. Final 15 minutes of the preseason. Last chance for a lot of rookies. Last chance for a lot of folks on the bubble. Try and prove why they're worthy of the 53-man roster. Here we go. We're going to do a quick break here. Hang tight for me just one moment. The battery to my computer got kicked out, so I had to make sure that gets plugged in. Got a late night tonight here. This is the last one of these last preseason game. Next week we will have official. Next week we're going to have cut day on the 29th, and then there are going to be waivers, so we'll see who the Eagles pick up on waivers and who the Eagles release. Periodically, I will keep unofficial stats of hang time, so I usually do that really in terms of like spot checking as opposed to or spot checking as opposed to doing others or like keeping it for every single time. Jimmy Kempski from Philly Voice actually keeps the hang time stats unofficially for the Eagles beat reporters. So he's been doing that all of training camp. Zentner and Sipas really kind of looked like mirrors of each other, so that's why the Eagles let Zentner go earlier this or shortly following the Cleveland game. The Eagles also faced off against, or the Eagles also let Greedy Williams go. Greedy Williams was brought in on those first days of free agency, and it did not go over well. All right, Sipas is on the field. Let's check this hang time. It was about 4.9-ish. Somewhere between 4.5 and 4.9. I didn't the ball bounced. So Sipas's punts have been nothing to write home about. But it is the start of the fourth quarter. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 28-yard line of Indianapolis. Takes a snap, hands it off, and they're going to get to about the 32 before they are stopped there. It's going to bring up 2nd down. That was Kenyon Drake. Up to the Indianapolis 32-yard line. Jalen Carter looking to get his action next during week 1. Okay, takes a snap, hands it off, and he's going to get stopped at about the 35. Gardner Minshew's night is done. We've got Sam Ehlinger in for the Indianapolis Colts at quarterback. That is going to be a gain of 3 yards. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for Indianapolis. Third and 3. Ehlinger takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught at about the 40-yard line. There is a flag on the play. They're going to stop. He's going to get stopped at the 40-yard line. Let's check in on this flag. That was Sam Ehlinger on the pass there, and Amari Rogers on the reception. But they are going to bring that back. They're swapping out referees. James Carter was the umpire. They were calling. He was calling that. But that was offensive holding, so that's going to march the Colts back there. So we got 3rd and 13 from the Colts' 25-yard line. Ehlinger in the gun, back to his right, takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught by number 31, who's going to get back up to about the 1st down marker and a little bit more. That is going to be a 1st down. Number 31 is Kenyon Drake. And that is not what you want to... That is disappointing. I mean, it's a preseason game, so it's one of those games that doesn't matter, but kind of does for certain players. Ehlinger takes the snap. He hands it off to Drake, who gets up to the 45-yard line where he is finally brought down. So that is going to bring up 2nd down and 4 from the Indianapolis 45-yard line. Got about 12 minutes left to play in the game. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. If you enjoyed this stream, make sure that you like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media here on YouTube. We've got a really great episode of the Bird's Nest podcast coming out tomorrow with Greg Bishop from Sports Illustrated. Wrote the cover story on Jalen Hurts. 2nd and 4. Ehlinger takes a snap from the gun, throws, caught by number 36. That is Huntley. And he is going to get stopped immediately, brings up 3rd down. 36 is Jason Huntley there. So 3rd and 2. Jeffrey Lurie is falling asleep. 3rd and 2. Ehlinger in the gun. Back to his left. Takes a snap, hands it off. Stopped in the backfield for a loss. That's going to be 4th down. That was Huntley on the run. Summerin was on the stop there. Or Summerin is credited with the tackle. So that will bring up 4th down and 1 from the Indianapolis 48-yard line. And they're going to keep the players on the field. So Ellinger is in the gun, back to his left. Takes a snap, hands it off. Nope, he's going to fake the handoff and then roll to the outside and going to cut up and finally get the 1st down and get pushed out of bounds right at about the Eagles' 48-yard line. So that is 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 48-yard line. And I know we're dealing with third stringers here, but it would be nice to see some good tackling. 1st and 10, Eagles 48-yard line. Ellinger in the gun, takes a snap. He throws. It is caught by number 34, who's going to turn up the field and get the 1st down and gets pulled down inside the 30-yard line. The ball will be spotted at the 30. That will bring up an Indianapolis 1st down. We are inside of 9.5 minutes left to play in the game. This drive has already gone on for 8 plays for 42 yards, and we've hit 5 minutes in the time of possession for Indianapolis. If you're just joining us, it's 24-13 Philadelphia, or 24-13 in the Philadelphia versus Indianapolis. They are calling a offside on. What are they calling that on? Offside on Sanders. That's Caleb Sanders. Big Wolf. So it's 24-13. Indianapolis has the ball. 1st and 5 from the Eagles' 25-yard line. We've got Sam Ellinger in as quarterback for the Colts. Tanner McKee is in for the Eagles at the quarterback position there, unless something's changed recently. Ellinger in the gun. Takes a snap. He's back. He throws. It's caught, and it is brought down to about the 15-yard line. That is DJ Montgomery on the reception. Kayvon Wallace is credited with the tackle there. 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 15-yard line. Ellinger in the gun. Back to his left. Takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. It is picked off by number 48, who keeps going. 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, and he's finally pushed out at the 20-yard line. And that is exactly, it's number 40 on the reception, or on the interception. Boy, oh boy. That's Maddox Williams. 49, I apologize. That's Tyreek Maddox Williams on the interception there. And that will bring up 1st and 10 from the Indianapolis 43. They're going to rule him out of bounds at the 43, but that's still a 42-yard reception, 42-yard interception there. Love to see it. Love to see it. That's the kind of play that you make if you're hoping for a spot on the 53-man roster. You see the interception and you just go in and you grab it. It's exactly the kind of play that we're looking for. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. All right, we are here. We've got 8 minutes left to play in the game. It's 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the Indianapolis 43-yard line. The Eagles were the last repeat NFC East champions. There have never, since the 2004 NFL season, when the Eagles went from 2001 to 2004, no team has repeated as NFC East champions. The Eagles are trying to do that this year. This is the last game in which they try to get some good solid reps out of guys who are on the last cusp of that 53-man roster. Ian Book is in for the Eagles. 1st and 10 from the Indianapolis 42-yard line. Takes the snap, hands it off, stuffed immediately. That is Trey Sermon in there on that run. Gets about a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9 from the Indianapolis 42. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight here, folks. If you're enjoying the stream, please feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Got a really great episode coming out tomorrow for the Bird's Nest podcast, so make sure that you check that out. It's with Greg Bishop. Ian Book takes a snap. He throws, and it is caught by Swain, the recent pickup. That gets down to the Indianapolis 32 yard line. That is going to bring, or I'm sorry. Now that's this play here. Sorry, we're operating on the delay here. Swain's first pass was something's up here with this. All right, it's 1st and 10 from the Eagles 32-yard line. And Book takes a snap, and he is back, and he gets sacked. We are inside of 7 minutes left to play in the game. That's going to be bring up 3rd down and 19 from the Indianapolis 41, or 2nd and 19. Okay, Ian Book takes a snap, throws. It's caught by Swain down to about the 35. It's going to bring up 3rd down. They're fixing stuff here on my little stat screen here. 3rd and 12. Ball is at about the inside the 35-yard line. Book takes a snap from the gun. He's back, he's looking. He fires, it's caught, and out of bounds is Kennedy Brooks inside of the 25-yard line. That is going to be 4th down and 3. They are going to spot him out of bounds at the 25. Got inside of 5.5 minutes left to play in the game. McKee takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws deep. There is a flag down. Number 38, Swain, was the target. It was overthrown. And they're going to call that defensive holding. It looks like based off of the signal. Okay, there are 2 flags on the play. It was ineligible receiver downfield on the Eagles and defensive holding, so those penalties offset and they replay the down. So we got 5:07 left to play. It's 4th and 2. Book in the gun. Back to his right. Takes a snap, hands it off, and does not get there. Does not get there. That's going to be a turnover on downs. And we are at about 5 minutes to go. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Indianapolis from the 23-yard line. This game, we've been going on the live stream here for over 3 hours at this point. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here today. That Eagles drive was 6 plays for 20 yards. Took just shy of 3 minutes. So again, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. If you enjoy the stuff that I'm putting out here, please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. As I've alluded to a couple times here, the cover story for Sports Illustrated Magazine's NFL preview issue this week was Jalen Hurts, and it's sort of our first look at the guy who is our QB1 that was penned by Greg Bishop. I had a chance to sit down with Greg Bishop for the Birds Nest podcast. That episode will be coming out tomorrow morning, so make sure that you check that out. Really, really excited about it. It was a great conversation. Certainly hope you enjoy it. Because that article, even if you don't catch my interview with Greg Bishop, check out the article because it's a really good article. It's a really insightful article as to who this guy, who is so normally very guarded, is. So I hope you like the conversation that we have, and I hope that you enjoy the article. We're just hanging out here right now. We've got, again, we're at about the 5-minute mark left to play in the game. It is 1st and 10 for Indianapolis at their own 23-yard line. They're showing stats for Jalen Hurts' designed runs. The fact that we kind of anticipate that the quarterback would be we kind of anticipate the fact that the quarterback would be on the run, or it would be able to be running. Is one of the reasons why I think that Mariota's a better second stringer than McKee is. 1st and 10. Ellinger lines up under center. Back in the backfield. Takes a snap. Hands it off to number 36, who gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's Huntley on the run. No gain there. That's 2nd down. Okay, 2nd and 10. 4.5 minutes left to play in the game. Ellinger in the gun, back to his right, takes the snap. He throws. It's caught short of the 1st down marker is number 34. That is DJ Montgomery. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They're going to spot him at the 32-yard line. You have less than 4 minutes left to play in the game. 3rd and 2. Ellinger in the gun, back to his left. Ball is at the 32-yard line. Takes the snap. And Ellinger is almost sacked, but it gets away from number 59. Throws, and that is going to be DPI. Janarius Robinson almost sacked Ellinger. But Ellinger was able to break away and threw the football. And then it was a decisive throw of the flag there. They are calling. They were calling a defensive pass interference on Ben Van Summeren. They did decline that, so that is going to bring up 1st and 10. That was a deep pass there. So it's 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 34-yard line. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Huntley, who gets nowhere. Loses about a yard. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 11. Second and 11. Ellinger under center. Back in the backfield, takes a snap. He's back. He fakes the handoff. He's looking. He's rolling outside. Gets to about the 30, and then he is taken down. So that brings up 3rd down. Third and 5. Ellinger in the gun. Back to his right. Takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's looking. He's looking. He's hit as he throws. Incomplete. 4th down and 5. At the Eagles' 29-yard line. Two minutes and 3 seconds left to play in the game. This next play will bring us to the 2-minute warning. The field goal unit is on the field. This is a 47-yard attempt. Kick is away, and it is good. So that's going to make the score now 27 to 13. The Eagles have not scored since the 2nd quarter. They've come close, but they've had some turnovers. They had a costly fumble by Joseph Ngata. So that does bring us to the 2-minute warning here. Who are the players that you've seen in this game that have excited you? Let me know in the comments. Who are the players that have excited you? Who are the players that you are hoping are going to make the 53-man roster? Who are the players you never want to see again? We've got cut day on August 29th coming up. On that day, by 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern, all teams must have their rosters down to 53. That 53-man roster is due on Tuesday at 4 o'clock p.m. There's a kind of science to this. You want to try to cut players that aren't going to be good, but you also want to, or that you don't want to, or you want to make sure that you got the best 53-man roster, but you don't want to cut too many players that are going to clear or you want to make sure that they clear waivers so that we can get them back on the practice squad. All right, that is going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. Thanks so much for hanging out here, folks. Appreciate you spending your evening with me. We're almost done here. We hit the 2-minute warning. Book takes a snap, throws to Brooks. Brooks gets to about the 30 and gets stopped there. It's going to be second down. Second down and 4, actually, it looks like. So, second and 4. Throws caught by number 83. That is Brady Russell. That is going to get up to the 37. That is an Eagles first down. So it's first and 10. Book takes a snap, throws, and it is caught and just out or past the 40. And that is going to be it's going to get brought down there. That is Swain again on the on the reception. And Eagles are going to take their first team timeout of the half. They have 2 remaining. We're just hanging out here, folks. Thanks so much for joining us. We have about 1 minute and 13 seconds left to play in the game. The Eagles have just taken their first timeout of the half. It is 2nd and 5 from the Eagles' 42-yard line. Book in the gun, back to his right, takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He is running for it, and he's going to run past the first down marker and get marked down at about the 50. So that is going to bring up, it's going to officially spot him at the 49-yard line. So that will bring up an Eagles first down. Clock is running. 55 seconds left. Book takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It's caught by Swain into Colts territory down about the 46. 2nd and 5. There's a timeout taken by Philadelphia. They have 1 remaining. So you got 2nd and 5 here. 48 seconds left on the clock. Book in the gun. Takes the snap. He's back. He throws. Quick. It's caught by 87, who's going to get down to the 35 and knocked out of bounds at the about the 31. That is Jaden Hazelwood. So that is going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Eagles or from the Colts 32-yard line. 40 seconds left on the clock. Book in the gun, takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires deep, overthrows number 83. That is Brady Russell. Overthrown, 2nd and 10. 35 seconds left on the clock. It's safe to say the Eagles aren't going to win this game, but it would be nice to see them put together a touchdown drive here. 2nd and 10. Book takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It's caught by number 83 inside the 30, and he should just fall down so that way they can get set up there for the next drive. And he does. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Eagles have taken their final charged timeout of the half. "35 seconds left on the clock. 3rd and 5 at the Indianapolis 27-yard line. 27 seconds left on the clock. Book in the gun, takes the snap. He's back, he throws. It's caught inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line is Brady Russell. Clock is running. Eagles are out of timeouts. Book takes it and spikes it. It's going to bring up 2nd down. 11 seconds left on the clock. Eagles are out of timeouts. 2nd and 10. Ball is on the Indianapolis 15. Cameron Tom is at the center position. Book takes the snap. He's back. He throws. It is incomplete. Target was King. Target was Johnny King. He was in the end zone and just overthrew him. That's Kevin Tolliver on the coverage. 6 seconds left. 3rd and 10. Ball is at the 15-yard line. Book takes the snap. This will be the last play of the game. He's rolling out to his right. He throws. Incomplete, and that is the game. There is no more time on the clock. The Eagles lose the final preseason game of the year, 27-13. That'll do it. It's Tanner McKee was 19 for 34 on the night for 158 yards. He had a QB rating of 68.0. Ian Book was 11 for 15 for 80 yards. He had a QB rating of 85.4. Marcus Mariota was 1 for 2 for 21 yards. He only played on the first drive there. Trey Sermon was the leading rusher. He ran 16 times for 30 yards. He had 1 touchdown. His longest run was 6 yards. Leading receivers were Deion Kane with 6 catches for 62 yards on 9 targets. His longest was 21 yards. And Swain, the new addition, he was also targeted 6 times for 33 yards. Joseph Ngata had 2 receptions for 32 yards. On the defense, Ben Van Summeren had a presence. He was credited with 11 tackles and 6 assists. No sacks. Tyreek Maddox Williams was also credited. It was credited with 6 sacks, 1 assist, and he also forced the only interception of the game. That was a 42-yard interception. So, way to go on him. On the Colts side, most of the night was spent by Richardson, who was 6 for 17 in the passing game for 78 yards. He also ran 5 times for 38 yards. His night finished at the start of the second half. Gardner Minshew came in 9 for 11 for 102 yards. And then Ellinger finished out the night. He was 6 for 8 for 86 yards. Ellinger threw the only interception of the game. Minshew had the only passing touchdown of the game. So that's going to do it. That's going to about do it for our coverage of the preseason. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. We can really helps the channel out. Feel free to share. As I've alluded to a couple times on this stream, tomorrow morning we've got an awesome conversation with Sports Illustrated's Greg Bishop. He's a senior writer for Sports Illustrated. He wrote the cover story for the NFL Preview magazine of Sports Illustrated, and that was all about Jalen Hurts. So I got to talk to him a little bit about who is this guy who leads the Eagles. So stay tuned for that tomorrow morning. I'm going to go ahead and get signed off here. We've been going for a little bit, but thank you so much for hanging out, and really appreciate you. We will be back very soon, probably as we get closer to the regular season. We'll have some more live streams going. Might not be of every Eagles game, but we will see what we can do here. But thank you so much for tuning in. I am Joe Donahue. Have a safe night, and